Hi, I'm Osmondell and this is Swede Center. First on our plate, I cover the boys' basketball game as they battle Minden. Next, Bailey covers the Gothenburg Speech Invite. After that, Logan covers parent-teacher conferences with Mr. Evans. Preceding that, Josiah covers how much people know about Valentine's Day. Following that, I cover Coronation. Adjoining that, Logan covers the girls' basketball game as they play Minden. To wrap things up, Josiah covers the school board meeting. But first, boys' basketball. It's February 6, 2016. Gothenburg would go to play Minden at Gothenburg. It's parents' night. It's also senior night. Thank you, parents, for all that you do for us. Now let's play some basketball. Gothenburg is currently 16-5, 10-0 at home, while Minden is 6-13, 1-7 away. Tonight, Dawson Graham had 18 points, 2 threes, 5 steals, and 2 assists. Riley Ossendorf had 6 points, 2 threes, 4 rebounds, and 1 assist. Ty Clement would bring in 16 points, 100% for free throw shooting, 18 rebounds, 1 assist, and 7 blocks for the night. Colin Hahn would bring in 11 points, 2 threes, and 4 assists. Gothenburg would go on to win 63-41. They play Ainsworth, then Winnebago next. Due to the timing of this airing, the scores are inconclusive. Good luck, boys, and go Swedes. Good job, boys, on your win. Next, Bailey covers a speech meet.
We're so not.
At the Gothenburg Speech Invite that was held here Saturday the 6th, I went out and got some footage of some random speech kids asking them some random trivia questions.
Not Canada. Texas.
Well, I'd assume it's the fear of clouds or planes or something in the sky. I don't know.
Fear of like tarantulas or like monsters under your bed.
British airplane.
Cat.
1968.
I have no idea. Angelina Jolie.
Tie.
I am in duet, humorous prose, and serious prose.
Thank you, Bailey. Next, Logan covers parent-teacher conferences with Mr. Evans.
Hello everyone, I'm here with Mr. Evans about parent-teacher conferences. So Mr. Evans, are parent-teacher conferences more beneficial than one-on-one conversations with the students?
Absolutely, Logan. Gives the parents a chance to get to meet the teachers, get to know their style, the strengths and weaknesses the teachers can share with them about their son or daughter.
Okay, how long do the meetings usually last?
Well, that depends if you have a very talkative parent or a very talkative teacher. It could last around 20 minutes or 5 minutes.
Okay, and finally, has there been an increase in student productivity after these meetings?
Usually there is an increase, and usually the students, once they get some communication with their parents, they come back with a more positive attitude and get their assignments done.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Evans.
You're welcome.
Now I'll take it back to the desk.
Thank you, Logan and Mr. Evans. Next, Josiah gets what you need to know about Valentine's Day.
15,000, maybe? Or 1 billion? Oh, geez, yeah.
All of them. 92.
50, I don't know.
Say 30.
21. 12.
2.5 million, off by a little bit. 400 years old.
Say like 35, like BC.
Eat food.
Sleep.
Thank you, Josiah. Now I cover Coronation.
Another turning point, a fork stuck in the road. Time grabs you by the wrist, directs you where to go.
Freshman representatives were Lee Sackerman and Evan Peterson. Sophomore representatives were Grant Sell and Hannah Boyd. Junior representatives were Caitlin Aiden and Caden Brown. Our first candidates were Lauren Andrews and Patrick Messersmith, Sarah Brown and Riley Ostendorf, Sydney Gruber and Caleb Rice. Returning the crown was Elena Collins and Mason Ackerman. Your 2016 king is Caleb Rice. Your 2016 queen is Sydney Gruber. Congratulations, King Caleb and Queen Grube. Next, Bailey covers wrestling with Mr. Scott.
Hi, I'm here with Mr. Scott, and we are going to be talking about wrestling. So, Mr. Scott, how has the wrestling season gone so far?
We had a great season so far. We accomplished a lot throughout the season with our individuals getting better every week, both varsity and JV, and they've really began to peak as the season's come to an end.
All right, and what are some goals that you personally set for the season?
As we end the season, one of the big goals we had was to get better every single week, and they've done a great job of doing that.
So are there any personal goals that the boys have met that they set for themselves?
Well, their goals come at the end of the season, and as we prepare for districts and state, they're really geared into that. And all the stuff before it just gets them in position so that they can meet those high-end goals.
Speaking about districts, what are your plans for that?
Well, we're going to take our guys. We're going to take 14 guys, and the thing that I tell the guys is just go out and wrestle every individual match that is out there. Don't look at 2 or 3 matches ahead. Wrestle the one person who's in front of you and make the most of what you have with that individual. And if we do that as a team, we could do very well at the district tournament. And then our goal isn't to do well just at districts; it's to also go to the state tournament and get medals at the state tournament.
All right. Well, there you guys have it. Good luck at districts and state. We'll take it back to you, Miles.
Thank you, Bailey and Mr. Scott. After that, Logan covers girls basketball as they battle Minden on Parents' Night.
I'm here with Maddie Vogel and Kim Whiting about Girls Parents' Night. How do you guys think your team's season is doing?
I think we're doing pretty good this year. Right now our record is 9-12, and so that's better than it has been in the past. And I know, like, personally for me, I've been having a lot of fun this year, so that's good.
Yeah, I agree. We haven't done very good in past years, and all the girls are improving, and that's been fun to watch.
Have you guys set any goals to improve?
One of my goals for us as a team is to make it to district finals, which would be in about 2 weeks. So that's one of my team goals for us. And a personal goal for me is just to improve my stats each game.
I think my personal goal for this season was to try to be a good team leader, even though basketball is not necessarily my favorite sport. So I've been just trying to, be a good encourager and do the best for my team without being so hard on myself because it's not my favorite sport.
Okay. And do your parents often attend your games?
My parents come to every single game. They have always came to all of my games, and they're at every game that they can be.
Yeah, my parents come to every single game that they can be. I have 2 brothers, so it makes it hard, but they still try to attend.
And do you think that when your parents attend that you perform better?
Not necessarily, but it's nice to have the support system there, though, to watch you and see you play and improve.
Okay, well, thank you, guys. And now I'll take it back to the desk.
Thank you, Logan. And good luck to the girls' next game as they play Ainsworth. Next, Josiah covers the school board meeting.
Hi, I'm Josiah, and I'm here with Dr. Tion, talking about the school board meetings happening regularly here at school. You just got out of one, didn't you?
Yes, actually, we finished our February meeting just earlier this afternoon.
All right. I'm just going to ask you some basic questions, some maybe intermediate ones. How often are school board meetings scheduled?
Our school board meets once a month. We typically meet the second Monday of the month. Most of the times the meetings are held at 7 o'clock in the evening. However, because of activity schedules, sometimes we'll meet either at 5 o'clock in the afternoon or at noon.
How long does each meeting usually last for?
You know, a typical board meeting is going to last anywhere from an hour to an hour and a half. There are times that we have student groups come in and present, and so if they present, the meetings last a little bit longer. For example, last month the environmental science class came in and talked about the recycling project. The month before that, we've had the entrepreneur class. The FFA will come in. It just depends upon the month.
All right. Any big ideas presented to the board? How long does it usually take for it to go live and actually start up?
Well, it depends on the type of project. We actually have a long-term capital improvement plan. So when we look at facilities, it could take anywhere from 6 months to 5 or 6 years. A good example of that is the greenhouse project. That actually was on the plans for probably 6 or 7 years before we finally worked it to a point where we could move forward with it. But the other part of that is each winter we'll have a board retreat, and at that point we determine summer projects, so that might just take 3 or 4 months.
I want to thank Dr. Tion for coming out here and doing this interview. I'll take it back to you, Miles.
Thank you, Josiah. Now we'll wrap up Swede Center. Thanks for watching Swede Center. See you next time.
Are the students, hold on, I have to check that question again. Student productivity. Okay.